Hey, welcome to our class of Tuesday Night Beer School with me, Chad of Chad's Beer Reviews.
Christina.
Yay! This is like a few in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Christina loves the American sours, like with the crazy cereal and all kinds of crazy
fruits,
unicorn farts and stuff like that.
Yeah, glitter.
But I don't think you've ever had an actual Belgian old school sour, so
I have not.
we're going to start with 23B Flanders Red Ale. Overall impression, a sour and fruity, oak-aged, reddish-brown Belgian-style ale with supportive toasty malt flavors and fruit complexity. The dry, tannic finish supports the suggestion of a vintage red wine.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a red wine fan?
Sometimes. A Burgundy's pretty good.
Okay. Now, the comments in history are really long on this. It's too long to read, so let's just get to character ingredients. Vienna or Munich malts, a variety of caramel malts, maize, that's corn, low alpha acid continental hops, 𝗙, lacto, and Brett. So 𝗙 and lacto are the bacteria that make the sourness, with the same bacteria that's like in Greek yogurt. And Brett is short for Brettanomyces wild yeast, which I really love. It's like that countryside character, but it also has like a tartness to it. Aged in oak, sometimes blended and sweetened, natural or artificial. Style comparison, less malty rich than an oud bruin, often with a more fruity tart and acidic profile. Our vitals, 10 to 25 IBUs, so not very bitter. SRM 10 to 17, kind of like it's going to be in the reddish brown color. And ABV, it's fairly light beer, 4.6 to 6.5. And we've got two of the examples on the list here, Rodenbach Classic and Duchesse de Bourgogne, I believe that's how it's pronounced.
It's very fancy looking.
Yeah. They also make like a cherry version of that too. I'll have to try that.
That sounds good.
All right, so I'm going to get this in the glass and we'll get right back to tasting, or smelling, I should say. All right, and we are back. So we've got the Rodenbach and the Duchesse poured. Let's start with the Rodenbach. So we'll give it a whiff here. I get a little vinegar on this one.
First thing, yes.
I can smell the sourness though. It's a different kind of sour than your American trendy sours. It does have like a woody quality, and there is like some kind of like red fruit in there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get?
Red fruit might be a cherry.
Yeah. I think
Currants.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, currants. Yeah, so it's a little woody. It's not that sour on the nose. Like you can just tell like it has like some kind of like sour or wild quality to it. It doesn't smell like any other or like a regular beer. By the way, I really don't get Brett on the nose here.
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's try the Duchesse. I think this one might even be a little bit more vinegary.
This one smells more like a red wine.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. It does have like kind of a, definitely a cab kind of aroma to it.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess they're like kind of equally vinegary, but
Yeah.
this one strikes me as way less sour.
This one seems a little
Like
sweeter, maybe fruitier.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you handed this to me blind, I'd probably, even going by appearance, which we'll get to in a minute, I might think like this is a red wine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
But this one, like, I'm not getting, I really don't get like the wood on this. I really don't get a whole lot of sour. I don't get bread either.
Definitely no bread.
All right, let's see what the specs say about that. Aroma, complex fruity sour profile with supporting malt. Okay, we'll just say fruity sour, complex. Fruitiness is high and reminiscent of black cherries, oranges, plums, red currants, or 𝓙𝓏𝓏𝓏. Yeah, black cherry, I agree. Currants, yeah. Low to medium low vanilla, chocolate, or peppery phenol can be present for complexity. I was gonna say, I think the Rodenbach has like a little bit of a vanilla to it. Sour aroma ranges from moderate to high. A dominant vinegary character is inappropriate, although low to moderate levels of acetic acid are acceptable if balanced with the malt. No hop aroma. Yeah. I wouldn't say the vinegar dominates, although I will say like it's the first thing I noticed on both.
Yes.
So I don't know. I'm kind of, even though like these are the style, the beers, the style guidelines are written around. I think these particular, containers are just, probably got heat damage or just old or whatever. So I think I'm gonna say 8 or 9 for each. What do you think?
I was gonna do an eight for both as well because of the vinegar.
Yeah, put me down as 8 on both. All right, appearance. Well, you could tell from just looking at them from there, the Duchess is much darker. Although I will say it's much clearer. Like this, like again, the Duchess looks like a red wine, and the Rodenbach actually is like kind of like a brownish color and very cloudy.
It's like an unfiltered apple juice.
Yeah, or like a cider or something like that.
Yep.
I think the Duchess is prettier to look at.
Definitely.
Let's see what the specs say about that. Deep red, burgundy to reddish brown in color, good clarity, white to very pale tan head, average to good head retention. Well, all of them faded. Well, when I poured it, it did have, like that much of foam, but it just, because of the acid, just fizzles away. I will go 3 for Duchess, but 2 for Rodenbach because it says good clarity, and this is not good.
Yeah, Duchess is prettier. I'll do a 3 for that, and I'll do a 2 for the Rodenbach.
All right, time to taste. Which one do you want to start with, Rodenbach or
Rodenbach?
Duchess? Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
I definitely get the sourness on this.
It's not as sour as I thought it would be, though.
And it's kind of like the opposite of the flavor, because like on the aroma, it was a little vinegary. But I don't taste vinegar at all.
No, I don't either.
In fact, I get a nice kind of vanilla, a little bit of like a woody quality.
Yeah. I'm getting what I think might be a cranberry flavor.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, like a tartness would come from the wild yeast. So like it has like a fruity flavor throughout, but it finishes very dry, very clean, which probably how it should be.
Yeah.
Especially with the Brett there. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as say it's like sweet, but whenever you taste the taste of fruit, like your brain associates that with sweetness.
Yeah. Very easy to drink. It's very nice.
Yeah, the actual sourness on here, like that first sip, it was pretty sour, but as I get into it, I might even call it like kind of a low sour.
Yeah, it is a low.
All right, let's try Duchess.
All right,
cheers again.
Cheers.
All right, this is much more sour.
Wow, that's much different.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting vinegar on this one.
To me, I get it, but it's like way in the background. To me, this one's very tart, and this is like all currants, like red currants, or kind of like what you said before, like cranberry, some kind of tart fruit.
Yeah.
Or almost like a blackberry.
There's a distinct pickled aspect to it, I think.
Pickled?
Pickled, yeah.
Well, I mean, that would be from the bacteria for the sourness. I will say this one is much more sour than the Rodenbach. I get, like you said, like a little bit, it's definitely a little bit more vinegary too. But to me, it's not like distracting or off-putting. But this one doesn't have like the vanilla or the woody quality of the Rodenbach.
It doesn't.
No. All right. Let's check the specs on flavor. Moderate to moderately high malty flavors often have a soft, toasty, rich quality. I wouldn't really just describe either of these as toasty. Intense fruit flavors, same descriptors as aroma, yeah. Complex, moderate to high sourness. Or it does say moderate to high. Accentuated by vinegary character, accentuated by the esters. Should not be a simple lactic sourness. Yeah, I agree. A dominant vinegary character is inappropriate, though low to moderate acetic acid is acceptable. Yeah. Generally, as the sour character increases, the malt character fades to more of a background flavor and vice versa. Yeah, I agree. Low to medium low, vanilla, chocolate, or peppery phenol is optional. Yeah, I get a little vanilla on the Rodenbach. No hop flavor, true. Restrained bitterness, balanced to the malt side. Acids and tannins can enhance the perception of bitterness and provide balance and structure. Some versions are sweetened or blended to be sweet, allow for a wide range of sweetness levels, which can soften the acidic bite and aesthetic perception. Well, I mean, both these beers, like I said, the style guidelines are written around these particular ones. I think they're both good for different reasons. Like the Rodenbach was more vanilla and wood, and the Duchess is like way more fruity, more sour. I think they definitely both of them to me taste better than they smell. You know, we went pretty low on the aroma, but I'm gonna go pretty high on the flavor. I think about 17 for both. What do you think?
All right, I'm going to do a 15 for the Rodenbach, and then for the Duchess, I'm doing a 10.
10?
It's just overwhelmingly pickled for me.
But don't you think it lives up to these guidelines?
It says it shouldn't be predominantly vinegary.
I don't know, maybe just more sensitive to it than I am.
Yeah, and sometimes red wines, if you leave them uncorked for too long, they do take on that kind of vinegary taste.
Yeah,
Which can be a bad thing for...
I mean, it says it's fine if it's like a background note, which to me it's a background, but I mean, that's why like when you judge beer, you have 2 or 3 judges because everybody's palates are different. So like one person's going to perceive something much stronger than the other.
Yeah, for me it's very obvious.
Yeah. But you're not supposed to really grade on how much you liked it or disliked it. You're supposed to grade on how well it lives up to the guidelines.
Right.
So, I don't know, 10 is very low. I mean, I think I got to go like at least 12 or 13.
That's too close to 15.
Well, let's see what our final score is because...
Okay.
All right,
I
so
might be able to come up.
Let's talk about mouthfeel. I would say the Rodenbach, I might even call that light-bodied. Carbonation is probably about moderate. It's pretty smooth. What was the ABV on this? It's not too high. Not getting... It's 5%. Yeah, that's a light beer. The Duchess... Duchess has like noticeably more body.
I would say it's medium full.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think the carbonation's a little lower on that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd probably say like medium full, moderately low carbonation. The Duchess is much more acidic. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's see what specs say for that. Medium body, often enhanced by tannins. Low to medium carbonation, low to medium astringency, often with a prickly acidity.
I was like, I got it.
Deceivingly light and crisp on the palate, although a somewhat sweet finish is not uncommon. That's interesting. I'd say both finish pretty dry.
Yeah.
Although it does say medium body, to me the Flanders or the Rodenbach seems lighter than medium.
Yes.
I mean, I'd definitely say the Duchess is medium.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say, I should say 3 for Rodenbach and 4 for Duchess.
I am also doing a 3 for the Rodenbach and a 4 for the Duchess.
Okay, so overall, I mean, really we could score these high because Style Islands are written around, but we're always reviewing the serving you have in front of you. So, I mean, I've had Rodenbach many times, and this particular time that I'm having is a little disappointing. Especially because we're doing this for the class. And it's interesting because it's ironic because I've had Duchess many times. I'm never a huge fan, but I'm actually liking it more now than I usually like it. So it's the opposite. I'm liking the Rodenbach less now than I usually, and the Duchess more. So overall, I'm going to give the Rodenbach, this particular can, I'm going to give that a 7. I'm going to give it 8 for the Duchess.
All right, for the Rodenbach, I'm going to give that a 7. And for the Duchess, I will give that a 5.
Okay, give us a minute to add up the scores and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. And I gave 37 for the Rodenbach. Chris went 35, so we're pretty close there.
Yeah.
But then with the Duchess, we're way off because I went 40 and you went 30, and this was actual competition. We'd have to like meet in the middle.
Right.
That's why I said, you know, you went 10 on flavor. I think you would have to bring that up to like at least a 13 or 14.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the only thing that's like major difference, or maybe bring the overall up to like a 6 or something. But you know,
13.
yeah. I mean, it's okay. But you know, the whole point of the class is to analyze the style. So you're not a huge fan.
Of the Duchess, no.
I'm talking about the style.
Oh, the style. I don't know. To me, they're so different. I like the Rodenbach. Don't care for the Duchess. So I'm kind of split.
Maybe it's just women don't like each other.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was the Dutch,
Jealous of her.
the Duke of Bourgogne. So
I don't know. The Duchess to me just tastes like a red wine that's been sitting around too long, uncorked. So
I guess you're more of a red wine drinker than I am, but
that could be it too.
yeah. Well, let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with our thoughts, and if you have suggestions for the next school, the next class, let me know, and we will see you next Tuesday. Till then, cheers.
Cheers.